we are in the garage of the KUNST HAUS for a project, a special project of the Vienna Art Week called Perpetuum Mobile, which was curated by Marcello Farabegoli. And I got an invitation from him to confront myself with this topic of Perpetuum Mobile, which I found very interesting from the very beginning, and so we decided to collaborate together with other artists and try to explain the topic of Perpetuum Mobile. And recently this year I had a collaboration with the Suche Museum, which is the museum for children of Vienna in Museumsquartier. And it was a really interesting collaboration. I was photographing objects, like small sculptures that the children made about the topic of upcycling. So basically the children had the opportunity to create these pieces of art out of old materials, waste materials. They had like a kind of hot glue gun that they could use to create these objects. And Marcello knew this work of mine that I did recently, and he liked it. So for this exhibition here in the KUNST HAUS, we thought we might explore further this topic of children creativity. Actually, if you look at the photos I did back then in the Children's Museum, I think it's quite interesting to see really how much potential there is in children creativity. They made really amazing objects that could very well fit in any gallery of contemporary art. So we first thought about doing a project in collaboration with the museum. Unfortunately it didn't work because of lack of time. So I proposed then to Marcello, we discussed further the topic. And at the end, the idea I came up with was to do a kind of a workshop. So I wouldn't really present my work as an artist, but more, again, in the direction of also a curatorial work. So we went to two different schools in Vienna, in Floridsdorf, in the 21st district. And I made a collaboration with Marcello and with two artists, two very interesting artists, Anke Armandi and Agnes Pechtel. They are both artists, but they also work with children. They teach art, applied arts in the schools. The children are between more or less 10 years old and 11 years old. So here in Vienna it will be the first class and second class. And it was actually a very interesting experience also to work with these artists and to work with the children. So basically we went to the schools and we explained to the children what Perpetuum Mobile is. Obviously, when you are 10 years old or 11 years old, it's not a topic you already knew about. So we explain what Perpetuum Mobile is, and then we ask them if they would like to work with us and be part of the exhibition here at the KUNST HAUS in the garage. And so we basically asked to the children if they would like to make some sketches of a possible Perpetuum Mobile machine, which we see here. I then just collected all their works and put them in this book. So the people who come to the exhibition here can simply have a look at all the production of the children. And I think that's interesting because, again, it's, as I said, a process of children creativity. So the idea was, you know, Perpetuum mobile, it's an impossible idea. Perpetuum mobile cannot exist. It's just an idea, a very interesting idea because it's also linked to an ecological topic. And so I thought to myself, maybe what was impossible for centuries, something that no scientist managed to achieve, to produce some kind of perpetuum mobile machine, maybe it's going to be possible now through the creativity of these young kids. So of course it's also an ironic interpretation of the topic, but I thought it was an interesting challenge. So we see here really a collection that is quite huge, quite spread, with really different approaches, really different styles. There are not only sketches, actually some children also felt like they would write something, so there are also texts. And yeah, that's basically what we did for this special project of the Vienna Art Week. And the title of this project is Studies for a Perpetuum Mobile Machine.